Mary hadn't spoken in several years. She spent her days sitting in a wheelchair, staring blankly down a hallway or across a room. She had a blank expression on her face. As people would pass by and say hello, she would greet them with silence and that same blank expression. Her diagnosis was late-stage Alzheimer's disease, and she appeared to be robbed of any quality of life. So as a music therapist, I was naturally drawn to Mary, and I wanted to see if music could reach in and bring out that part of her I fully believed was still alive. So I pulled up a chair right beside her, and I made sure that I was facing her so I could make eye contact with her. I placed my hand over hers, and I just started tapping a beat and started singing a song that I knew was popular from her young adult years. So I started singing, "Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny." No response. "But we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side." And then I thought, am I imagining it, or is she moving her hand a little bit? So I lightened my touch. "Oh, I don't know what's coming tomorrow." She was moving her hand. "Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, so we travel the road, sharing our load, side by side." And then I noticed not only was she moving her hand, I'd been so enraptured with what her hand was doing, I hadn't looked up into her face. And when I did, she was looking at me. She wasn't looking past me. She wasn't looking through me. She was looking at me, and her eyes were wide and bright. And since her hand was moving, I decided to take a maraca, and I put it into her hand, and we continued singing. "Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall?" She got stronger and stronger. "As long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing a song." And the most amazing part came at the very end. Those last three words, I did not sing them alone. "Side by side." And Mary sang with me the last three words of that song. Now, the last three words were beautiful, but they pale in comparison to the sound of her laughter that happened after she sang those three words. And her laughter was so loud that a nurse halfway down the hallway turned around and asked, "Was that Mary?" And I said, "Yes, it was." So, of course, we went on and sang the song again. And before we knew it, a crowd of nurses and staff had gathered around. They were singing along with us. Each time we sang the song, Mary added more and more phrases, interrupted only by the sound of her laughter. And so what was amazing about that is after all those years, Mary had finally found her voice again.